question number 1 in the name of the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Education. Does she stand by all her statements?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, yes.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
Does she stand by her statement on Tuesday with regard to Kohanga Reo that quotes, "I am satisfied public money was spent in an appropriate way," when the ineffectual inquiry had not even considered the public money spent on wedding dresses, petrol stations and other private bills? And if she stands by that statement, why on Wednesday did she refer the same matter to the Serious Fraud Office?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, I do stand by that statement because I relied on Ernst & Young, who we commissioned to carry out the independent review. One of the specific terms of reference that were made available on the 16th of October to the public made it clear that I wanted answers as to whether public monies had been expended inappropriately, and the answer Ernst & Young gives in their formal and publicly available report is no. Why did I refer it to the SFO on Wednesday morning? Why did I refer it to the SFO on Wednesday morning? It was because on Tuesday evening, the Trust Board... It was because on Tuesday evening, when I met with the Trust Board, they gave me assurances that they would deal with allegations that related to operations only they know about. When it became apparent yesterday morning that they hadn't and wouldn't, I had no recourse but to refer it to the Serious Fraud Office, who does have the authority to investigate where I don't.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
Does she stand by her statement at the same time that there was no waste of public money because the public money spent via Te Pātaka Ohanga, a wholly owned subsidiary?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, I never made any such statement. The statement that I made was that in all the routine monitoring of the 460 kohanga reo, both by the Ministry of Education and in the Ernst & Young report, we found that there was no misuse of funding. And this is assisted particularly by the fact that kohanga reo are paid in retrospect. Unlike every other early childhood centre that the government funds, kohanga reo is paid in retrospect for services already rendered.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
Is the Minister denying that at the press conference held late at night earlier this week, she told the media that they should not be worried about a waste of public money because it was spent by a subsidiary rather than the organisation to whom it was directly paid?
Honourable
Mr.
Hekia
Speaker,
Parata.
no, I did not tell them that they should worry about not wasting money. What I told them was that I had commissioned an investigation by an internationally reputable independent company called Ernst & Young with terms of reference that have been publicly available since the 16th of October to investigate whether any public monies had been misused. The answer was no.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
Which has been her most embarrassing blunder as Minister of Education? Larger class sizes as the centrepiece of budget of 2012, which was so bad the government flip-flopped within a week. The Novapay debacle, which 18 months on is still not fixed, has caused the government tens of millions of dollars of wasted spending, or losing her CEO, Leslie Longstone, months into a job with a $425,000 taxpayer-funded golden handshake.
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, well, not as big as the blunder of that member in not contesting the leadership of the Labour Party. However, I make no apologies. I do apologise for causing staff duress over a system that was signed by that opposition party, but I make no apologies. I make no apologies at trying to raise achievement for every one of our New Zealand children, 5 out of 5.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
If those blunders weren't bad enough, which of her two this week are worst? Her announcement on the weekend that she was going to introduce performance pay, followed by her denial, which led to the Herald saying, quotes, her advisers are unhappy because she has been caught out telling the truth, or was it the releasing the shoddy report in the dead of night to cover up the rorts in Kahanga, endorsing it as a clean bill of health, only to refer the matter to the Serious Fraud Office the next day?
Honourable
Mr.
Hekia
Speaker,
Parata.
I don't consider transparency to be a fault. But I do consider it to be a fault that the opposition relies on newspaper and third-party reporting. It is well known in the New Zealand education sector that it would be difficult to find anyone who agreed with the funding system, so much so that the former Minister of Education in the opposition asked for a review of funding. In terms of the report that I released from Ernst & Young, I publicly said that as soon as I was able to meet with the Trust, I would release it. The Trust met me at 6:30 on Tuesday night. I released it at 8 o'clock, an hour and a half later.
Order. Supplementary. The Honourable David Parker.
Why doesn't she take any responsibility for the fact that the Ernst & Young report did not inquire into the issues that were at large?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr. Speaker, as Minister of Education, I'm responsible for public monies. That's what I asked Ernst & Young to investigate. At the same time, I expected that the Trust would investigate the allegations of its own operations. I have done my part, the Trust has not done theirs, and as a result, I have referred it to the Serious Fraud Office.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
To the Minister. Given the concern over the use of public money in early childhood, why does Kiddycorp, a wealthy multinational childcare business, need $2.5 million of taxpayers' money to expand their business when play centres and kindergartens are struggling to survive?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr. Speaker, this government has a better public service target of 98% of our new entrants in 2016 having participated in quality early learning education. As a result of that, and because we respect that parents want to make choices about which early learning service they want to use, whichever meets the licensing criteria, which are publicly available, they get licensed and they provide the services to the parents who choose to use them.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Given that Kiddycorp is the most financially successful early childhood business in Aotearoa, New Zealand, why is she giving them $2.5 million of taxpayers' money?
Well, I guess we're backing success. I beg your pardon, Mr. Speaker. We're backing successful early childhood providers, and there are clearly parents who are taking advantage of the 20-hour subsidy provided by this government to choose to go to Kiddycorp.
Question number 2, Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First up, can I congratulate the Minister on the